So this is a holographic display. The thing is, we don't have the technology to have a hologram that you can touch and move, so I had to take a different approach. So let's start from the beginning and I'll explain how and why. So, first off, I decided to go with magnets because I love magnets and I thought that was the only way to do it, because the light with a hologram, it lights up the either, like if there's fog, there's like a couple different ways to do like a hologram. So you can have fog where it like lights up the fog and creates its shape, or it heats up the particles to create that shape as well. But the problem is it's only visual. There's no touch to it. So I had to take a different approach. And so the approach I took was using mini kind of metallic balls to be able to physically touch something. So I'll walk you through it. So first off, my idea was, let's put a bunch of little dots like these, and these would all be little electromagnets. And then so the main thing, it'd go from like the top and bottom, and then it would go up, and then this would come down, and then you'd be able to create something, except these balls would only stay in the middle. So I'll show you right here. So this ball is only in this one area, and so you can't really move it. So we'll go, nope, shoot, I'm so sorry. There you go, like this. And so as you moved it, this like one side would be able to go up, and so it would essentially just be a two-dimensional object, because you wouldn't be able to do 3D. So you would just have to like raise it up right here, and you just have to raise up each individual one. And so you wouldn't be able to spin it, you wouldn't be able to do that much. But then I took it to the next step, where, now we can go to this one, I replaced all of the magnets with one singular electromagnet on the top and bottom. And so how you would do this is you would send a magnetic field with specific polarity up this way, and then the same thing is it would do the opposite here. And so they would meet in the middle to create an object. And so there would be, I don't know the exact range on how much you would have, but it would determine how big this magnet is. And then these little black cylinders are LiDAR detectors to tell how far you are and where you're moving your hand. And so then the magnets would be able to adjust to it, because obviously AI would be integrated with this, and you would be able to move, touch, and feel this. And then so say you wanted a square, boom, it's a square. And so now this square is hovering, it's a quote-unquote hologram of what you wanted. And so then you could touch and move this and spin it, and then the magnets would adjust their polarity, and you would be able to touch and move it. And so each of the balls would actually have a little sensor in it that when it's touched, it would change color, so that you would be able to tell where you're touching, and it would just make it a more likewise movability, like in with Tony Stark, and when he does all of his like holographic stuff. So that's kind of the main like cool part about it, but AI would have a giant part in this, because just like in the movie, you can tell Jarvis to pull up this object, you would be able to have an AI voice translate, well, not translator to telling it what to do. So you would say, hey, make a square, and then it would make a square. Hey, make a circle, it would make a circle. I didn't try to make a circle. It's extremely difficult, but you got the square. And so these balls would just rearrange to the shape you wanted. And so then you could add more balls or less balls, and kind of, it would be cool, and it could actually work. It's just the polarity, you have to get it where the magnetic field stays within the range. And so you might need magnets over here to push it in, but you should, like, the magnetic field is normally in an oval or circle shape, sphere shape. So you have a certain area that it can work in. And so you'd only have to be able to do it in here. And so yes, this would not look like this. You'd probably have just this base and then this top in like a room. Or you might have this stand. But this is a very robust look, because the whole point is the actual integration of the hologram itself. And so it would look almost exactly like this. Yeah, it looks weird, but you can color in the different sides. So like each side could be red, and then the inside could be blue. And then it just allows you to conceptualize and see what you want it to actually look like. And it would also allow where, if you want to do, say, I don't know, in a phone, all of the beads on the inside would be a different color. And so then you could actually visualize what it looks like instead of just having it all one color. And so the color coordination in this would also be controlled by AI as well, to give you the best shape and look of it. So it also wouldn't be like the AI generation now. AI generation now is just, it's very broad. This would be a very more defined, it would be trained on a lot of models, pictures. You'd give it almost everything in the world so that it knows exactly what it needs to make. So, but yeah, it's super cool. I also don't know, possibility it could hold stuff, as in you could, if you're working, say, like to make a watch holder, you could have it hologrammed to make the watch holder, and then you put your watch on it and see if it fits, kind of thing. But also in Iron Man, he does his little like design and then puts it on his hand and actually puts it in there. This, you would actually be able to do that. The other way you could do what Tony Stark does is you would need glasses, like AR and VR glasses, to be able to do that, because you physically can't get the light to quote unquote stick to anything. And it's kind of dangerous to do as well, because you need high powered lasers. So this is the kind of safest way to do it, but it also allows for a lot of different things and a lot of improvements if you needed to do other things like that. So possibilities are kind of endless, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it could definitely work if you got the polarities right on this to be able to get it centered and in here. And then you could add as many balls as you want. And honestly, it could be a giant thing. You never know. But that's kind of the little rundown of how you do this. It's pretty cool. I think it could work. Do you think it could work? It's alright though. We'll figure it out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe to see more of these videos. Go check out the Ruthless Ideas podcast. I actually take a little deeper step into these kind of products and explain why and some of the challenges I had with it. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.